We now turn to the long list of solo-era Beatles hits from the 1970s that failed to break into the top 10, often reflecting a gradual decline in overall song quality. The next artist in focus is Paul McCartney. Letting Go, number 39. In much the same way that Glenn Campbell's spirited delivery on his 1969 hit Galveston once suggested a performer content with his career trajectory, the overall mood of Paul McCartney and Wings' 1975 album Venus and Mars conveys a similar sense of satisfaction. The record feels upbeat, playful, and relaxed, an atmosphere that appears to reflect McCartney's confidence following the critical and commercial triumph of Band on the Run, as well as his excitement over having assembled a touring band poised for major success. Aside from a necessary drummer change, that upbeat spirit produced tracks like the joyful Listen to What the Man Said, which reached number 1 and became a defining song of the summer of 1975 for the writer during a stint at summer camp. Familiarity with the album as a whole came much later, including exposure to its comparatively weaker quadraphonic DTS mix. Letting Go stands out as an energetic rocker that favors fun over mainstream appeal, featuring a strong McCartney vocal enhanced by echo effects that add extra punch. Like much of the album, it was clearly designed with live performance in mind, giving space for other band members to contribute vocally. That concert-oriented approach reinforces the sense of excitement and lightheartedness that seems to dominate Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars/Rock Show, number 12. If any track exemplified the album's live performance focus, this was it. Serving as the opening number during Wings' 1975 and 1976 tours, including their North American dates, the song's lyrics directly evoke the experience and energy of a rock concert. As with Letting Go, the medley is lively and entertaining, though it lacks the commercial polish of Listen to What the Man Said. The quadraphonic mix apply to this track is particularly disappointing, with the sound awkwardly shifting to one side rather than immersing the listener, making it the least appealing mix on the album. Girls' School, number 33. By the time Wings released this serviceable rocker, whose lyrics were inspired by titles of adult films, the band was coming off an extraordinary winning streak. They had scored 2 major hits from Wings at the speed of sound, Silly Love Songs and Let 'Em In, completed a hugely successful North American tour that drew crowd reactions approaching Beatlemania levels, and even welcomed Ringo Starr on stage at one show, where he presented McCartney with flowers. On top of that, a live version of Maybe I'm Amazed from the Wings Over America triple album had reached the top 10, though the writer maintains that the original 1970 studio recording would have been the superior single choice. Following this intense period of activity, Wings paused as Linda McCartney became pregnant, and work began on what would eventually become the London Town album. In the interim, Girls' School was released as a non-album single. However, the real surprise lay on the B-side. Mull of Kintyre, a traditionally styled, Scottish-influenced track, performed modestly in North America, reaching only number 45 on the adult contemporary chart. In the UK, however, it became a cultural phenomenon, surpassing even the Beatles' She Loves You, to become the best-selling single in British history at the time. Its massive appeal in Britain likely stemmed from its nostalgic tone and irresistible sing-along quality. In that sense, it can be viewed as a celebration of British sentiment, much as McCartney's later, and often criticized, Wonderful Christmas Time would come to define the late 1970s holiday season. Light, catchy, and impossible to forget, that Christmas track continues to receive heavy airplay today, particularly on American radio and in shopping centers, alongside Elton John's enduring Seasonal.